Welcome everybody, it's Crisis169 coming to you live in another video. Pre-recorded if you're watching this later on in your recommended channel area. If you're watching this video and you click on my channel, please subscribe, it helps the channel a lot. Once again, it's Crisis169, PlayStation Network, Xbox Live, Nintendo Switch, one long number. And they get that to you guys here soon. So you guys can add me there as well. But the topic of this of today's or tonight, this morning, or whatever you're watching once again, appreciate it. Discussion topic today is games to service. Xbox itself is doing a games to service kind of console in the ninth generation with the Xbox X Series and the Xbox X Series S, aka Lockhart, what do you gonna call it? The console, digital and the regular one. Now we all know the PS5 digital won't have the same power as the PS5, PlayStation 5 itself, standard. So right then and there, it's a big difference. Now, what is the difference between games of service to buying your games online, buying your games physically, or owning something? What's the difference between that? What's the difference between a games of service to owning a physical copy of the game? Doesn't matter if it's digital, physical, whatever. You know, Game Pass, you don't own any games. You're renting for a long period of time. That is a games to service. Steam, for the longest time, has been games to service. For a long period of time, Steam has been games to service. Now you can own said games on Xbox. Granted, you can go in there and buy Halo Infinite if you want to. Buy it, it's yours. You own it. You can do that. So it gives you options. Same with Steam. GameFly is another example. Hard to believe, but GameFly back in the day was a games to service. What that meant was you didn't own any of the games that I rented from GameFly. Tell you a story though. I rented Call of Duty 4, Modern Warfare when it came out on Xbox. Best console to play it on. I had a PS3, but it worked better on the Xbox. Not a fanboy, isn't no go typing down. Hey, he's an Xbox fanboy. He's one of us, or he is no longer. I don't care. I own both consoles. I own three actually. I own the Switch. I prefer my Switch over my Xbox, even though it's less powerful. About hell, but 90% less powerful. Less powerful than the X than One X. But I prefer it because it has games on play. Doesn't mean Xbox does not. That's the story. Game Pass, GameFly is a prime example. It's like the dictionary of games of service. Open it up. There's GameFly, right then and there. Back in the early 2000s, even to this day. I got Call of Duty 4 Modern Warfare. Had it for an entire year. Paid like $9, $10 a month for 1 or 2 games. They sent it to me in the mail. I opened it up. Had to be careful, not to lose the, not lose the sleeve, not lose the packaging. I had to send it back. It's not mine. Well, about maybe a year later, they sent me a message. Hey, do you want to buy this game Call of Duty? You had it for a year. We'll sell it to you for $19.99. We'll send you the case. I got it. I own the game. That's different. Same thing what Xbox Game Pass is doing, and PlayStation now somewhat is trying to do. But Game Pass is better. You go on there, it says install, and it says you can buy it. With all Xbox games, you're going to be installed for the game if you have Game Pass. But GameFly is the ultimate games to service. Like Netflix is a movies to service. Exact same thing. You don't own the Quantum Break series, Quantum Leap series you're renting from Netflix, DVDs or Blu-ray. You're renting them from a long period of time. You're making it rain money to have the privilege of watching Quantum Leap in Blu-ray format or streaming Star Trek Next Generation or Enterprise off your Xbox, PlayStation, whatever, etc. It's a service provider. I got Peacock in it right now on my Xbox. I can watch all these movies. I have commercials. I can pay $9 a month and still have some commercials, but not tons of them. But I don't own any of the shows, TV, movies I'm watching. Now, I bought Terminator 2 last night off the Xbox uh, movie thing. I own that digital copy, but I can't run it if I have no internet. So that's a catch-22 there. Back in the old PlayStation days, in my PlayStation, I could probably still watch a lot of movies. Used to watch movies a lot on PS3. You download them, you didn't have to worry about having to have internet connection. You could download the whole movie. Now everything is on service online. So everything is turning into a game or movies as service. And Game Pass ain't the first one that did this. Not at all. Gamefly started it. Redbox started it. Hell, going back to Blockbuster Movie Gallery, Hollywood Video started it. You don't own anything you're renting from people, folks. And the PS5 looks better than the Xbox X Series because PS5 is giving you games, not giving you a service. And granted, I love Game Pass. It's a great service. Granted, Red Dead 2 is on it now, and I bought Red Dead 2 digitally. I should have saved me $80 and waited about a year or two and it would have came on. But whatever. I own Red Dead 2 and Resident Evil 2 digitally. I don't have a copy of a physical copy. But I own it digitally. That mean anything? Probably not. But it means I have to have it. I own it. I can play if I want to, not play if I want to. Don't have to have gold to run it. Don't have to have ultimate to run it. So I own that. I don't have to have the service to run that game. Now, I want to play Halo Metric Collection. I can go out and buy it for $29. Why would? I can have this all I want. But if I don't have Xbox Live subscription, I can't play it online. See what I'm saying? There's a catch-22 to everything you have out there. And every service has a catch. And PlayStation is looking more appealing to people because it's not talking about game service and nickel and dime people. It's telling you, hey, we're going to have this game coming out. We don't know the price of both consoles. No, like I said last night, and I said today in a Facebook live stream I did on Xbox X Series page, is that Xbox and PlayStation are probably going to make the consoles cheaper, especially Xbox. Okay, let's just make it Xbox. Okay, Xbox is going to do the old analogy of give the razors away to sell you the blades. Means you're going to get this console. Say cheapest one is Lockhart. Let's say it's $199. Okay, and the other one's like $399. Okay, well, okay. Well, I'll buy a digital one. Okay, fine, buy a digital one. It's like 1080p, 2K, 60 frames per second. Hey, you're getting a good deal. Console works good. But the game's still going to have an external hard drive or SSD, external one. 1 terabyte to go real quick. So, okay, well, I'm going to go to the Walmart. They don't sell them. I'm going to go to Best Buy. They may not sell them. Oh, I have to go into this place and buy them on Microsoft or Microsoft Store in Nashville if it's open in the mall, Galleria Mall, in the Oak and the Twin Pines Mall, whatever mall it's called, Twin Pines, Twin Oaks Mall in Nashville, Tennessee, has a Google store and then it has a Apple and Microsoft store in there. Took my Xbox One and I thought it was broken. They fixed it. There's no problem at all. Just shut off and then you reset. That's fine. $5 console after Christmas 2017. I make the internet work. So I take care of it more than I take care of anything else I own. But anyway, though, in the Switch as well too. But the point being, folks, is you're gonna have to spend, let's say, they're saying once again, Chris Review Tech USA, and many other gamers out there, even Angry Joe Show, I talked about them being about $300 to $400, maybe bare minimum. Cheap one, probably $250 if you're lucky. For the SSD, expandable 4.0, so you can download and install the SSD games of the X Series optimization games. They're going to take a lot more than just 1 terabyte. Most games will be about 200-300 gigabytes, at least minimum. If you're downloading off Xbox Game Pass, it'll probably be full download. I mean, it'll probably be 100, 200 gigabytes. That's a lot of gigabytes for games. But we're getting that way. Most games now, I know Red Dead 2 is like 90 gigabytes on PlayStation, 88 on Xbox. I know I downloaded it on my One X. So, the divisional deluxe edition. So it was a little more on there. But what I'm saying is, folks, is that you're going to have to buy those things. So you might get a Lockhart for Christmas. Oh, so 1080p 2K machine, 2K under 4K machine. But you got to buy expansion packs for it. You got to buy expansion SSD packs for it. You're about $200, $300, $400. Essentially, you're paying that amount of money you'd be paying for the other one. But the other one, well, I'm gonna go $399. That's once again, no estimated price. I'm gonna get that one. That comes something. Yeah, it comes with a disk drive, and it comes with the same port that you had to buy for the Lockhart edition. And also, it comes the same price tag, about $200 to $400 for those SSD expansion port packs you need. So you're spending about $600 again. Have fun. That's the same thing, folks. It's Xbox and PlayStation are going to give away the razor to make you pay for the blades. Now, the PlayStation had to come out and say they're going to be an expansion port requirement, but I think it will be. I think the PS5 games will probably be on par or look a little different than the Xbox X Series games. Maybe they may not look 100% like, oh my god, this is a great Xbox Series game, but the first party games are going to look immaculate. Third party games will probably one better once again on the Xbox X Series visually, but you're gonna have to spend $200 to $400 more for that visual eye candy. And if you don't mind doing that, that's your will go nuts. If you're like me and who wants to sit there and pinch pennies and get the best deal, you might want to go with the optical drive one, so you need disc. Because the game's going to be 100, 200, 300 gigabyte downloads. One, your internet speed better be good. If it ain't maxed out good, you're waiting for days to download that game. At least on a disc, you have some of it on the disc, where the rest of it will go to the SSD. So I'm thinking, if people are smart, they'll probably buy the physical copy console, PS5, and the Xbox X Series. Because you'll know that when you're downloading the game full like I learned from the One X, digitally, it's a lot more graphically. Now, granted, with this version of Red Dead 2, you had 2 discs, online and in the game. With digital, we had both of them. That's why I bought the digital version. And also, it's like level 10 o'clock at night, and the game stores are closing. This is before the Al-Qaeda coronavirus took over, everybody freaking out, running around their lives. Of course, you can't tell everybody's spending money in the stores. Wearing masks, though. So be safe out there. Wear a mask. Be safe if you have your old grandma home with you. I don't believe in masks, but I wear it because I'm a good sport on when I'm playing along. As long as there's the end to this story with this mask garbage, eventually. But that, folks, really is it. I would buy probably the physical versions of the consoles because you know that the game discs are going to be out and after I'm insane to download the digital version of these games. But you can play all your Xbox One game, 360, and probably base model Xbox, and that's fine. But games of service is taking over Xbox, and I think it's a bad thing because when games get more difficult, more difficult because you have to understand, folks. I'm still looking at the Master Chief Collection debacle. I'm looking at games like Crackdown 3. Look at games like State of Decay 2 that I downloaded from Game Pass on my Xbox One X and it barely ran. I got stuck on a door sitting in the middle of and then sitting outside of a damn house. Door formed right out in the outside of the house on grass. I got stuck on it. and I had to restart the game again like 3 times. They had to reboot my console because it got locked up once. So Xbox better come out with immaculate games. I mean, polished so many times you see your face, from the space station. You need to have the game running good, Microsoft. Not use a half-ass, one wax job and say, "Oh, I'm doing a second one now." Oh, Biff, there, you need to do it good. I mean, damn good. I mean, do it with your life depend upon it. Because your life does depend upon it. Your employees depend upon it. Because I'm not gonna be buying. I don't care if it's $10 a month or not. I'm not gonna put my Xbox One X in hell trying to downplay a game because you guys gotta push that fast forward button to get the thing out. I don't think Halo Infinite's gonna look good at all. I think it's gonna be rushed. Rush it now, patch later. That's what Microsoft does with the Windows. Rush it out there, we'll patch it with 10,000 updates. And half of them take days to do. If you don't update one of them, you have to re-download everything. I've been there. I know. It's hard. Because you have to be on your computer all the time to update and push the button to update. If not, it doesn't update by itself sometimes. I had to do that last year with Windows 10. So I'm not saying it's a lot better. It is. But Microsoft, I know what you're going to do. I dealt with Max Chief Collection 101 days longer just to get that game to actually run. With updates, because you wanted to make it out for Halo 2 anniversary. I don't give a damn if you make it out for Halo 4 anniversary. What I want is a finished game. Not something that's broken and then it takes months or almost a year to fix. Granted, it's working good, running is decent, and you get games pretty well on there. But other than that, folks, the Xbox games, I guarantee you they're going to have bugs day one. And most 25 games that they announced are not going to be ready until almost 2 or 3 years down the road. So, folks, slam your face to your keyboards on my channel. Tell how I'm a Sony pony, and crap, I really don't care. Because I'm going to PlayStation 5 anyway. Because I have a base model PS4. And I don't need, and I already have a 1X. I don't really need an X series. But game service is fine to me because I know what I'm getting into. I know I don't own Halo Collection anymore. I don't own Halo 5. I don't own Fear, Prey. But I own Red Dead 2, Resident Evil 2, Shenmue 1 and 2. I own a couple games on there. It's all digital. But I don't own Game Pass games. And most of my Hydro Thunder, I can't play anyway. Because my account's been changed so many times over the years, I can't even play it. So, me personally, the shovelware games I like to play include like Freedom Frenzy didn't come over on the One X or Xbox One. So I can't play it anyway. So what I'm saying, folks, is we need to look at game service, rent services, play that as what we don't own. If you treat it like, okay, well, I'm spending $44 a month, 3 months, well, minus $5. Like I get mine at GameStop, I get $5 coupon every month. And I get that, I go home, enter it in. I don't own anything, but I have to have access to a bunch of games I want to play. So coming in November, I'll play Halo, of course. And what else drops? I'll play, of course. In my time playing my PS5, if I can get one, I'll play the Xbox games. Play Halo Infinite. I'll beat the campaign. I'll write my review on it. I'll play other games. I'll write my review on it. I'll write a review and I'll give you my review as I play the games as I beat them. But I do want people to understand, it is understandable to be reluctant have hesitation on this. We don't own any games on Game Pass or PlayStation Now. Now you can better options on Xbox Game Pass to buy the game. But PS5, folks, and going from that though, and in the video on that end, I'm in the video on this end. I'm continuing on. So if you want to end the video, not watch it anymore, like, subscribe, turn notifications on, the go available. Now I'm starting. What about PS5? We hear a lot about PS5, how they're changing stuff around. They're focusing more on hardcore games and less about games and service. They're focusing on first-party titles come out of shoot, and games are going to be coming down the chute later on down the line. About first year, we all know Horizon, our new Horizon game won't be coming out day one. I've heard pushed back to February, or maybe even until next year, first year of the PS5 been out anniversary, or maybe even come out day one. We don't know. Ratchet & Clank and Spider-Man, they said will probably be launch titles. I'll think launch titles. Well, I think Sony will probably play us out. They'll give us probably Spider-Man or Horizon first, then wing us on the other ones as they see fit to make sure the bugs are out, but also get that green money because they want the money. They want to just blow all at one time and have all games out and nothing to show for later on. So they don't have to come to one, give them Spider-Man here, then maybe 6 months later Horizon, and 6 months later Ratchet & Clank, then maybe Gran Turismo will be out already too. Spider-Man, they confirmed that will be out. Launch title, I've heard it could change. So we have two good games coming out, racing games coming out that you may have to I'll check out myself and see. But PS5, folks, is looking interesting. Every day they're finding new information on that bad boy, and how powerful it's going to be, and how powerful it's going to be, how maybe they can probably push out maybe another teraflop and a half. They're trying to figure out they can get at least 11 teraflops. Because they're at 10 and a half right now. They push out an extra half teraflop with 11, so it's 1 teraflop behind the Xbox. So essentially, you're looking at the fact that you have so many, but Xbox doesn't have the first party games that Sony has. Sony unloaded with all barrels they have, and they have more coming down the pipe, folks. I guarantee you, Insomniac Games working on Ratchet & Clank will probably work on Sunset Overdrive 2, where it's only going to be only on PlayStation because Xbox fanboys didn't like it with Halo, Call of Duty. And now they're pissing one why Spider-Man didn't come on the Xbox. Well, you didn't invest Insomniac when they were there. So you'll have that noise there. Or it could be another Resistance game coming out that Insomniac created too as well. Insomniac published on PS3 all 3 of their Resistance games, Bald Man, 2, and that third one. And Sunset Overdrive was a mixture of Ratchet & Clank and Resistance. So I loved it. So I downloaded it and bought it the first day it came out. Because I knew the game came out, it'd be a solid game. Probably the best game that actually worked on the Xbox, outside of probably some puzzle games. Because when I make a game, they make it good. They don't make crap. They make good games, not garbage. With Microsoft listening to this, and they take that notes. Don't make crappy games. Finish them first. Not saying all publishers don't. Ubisoft had issues with their Assassin's Creed games for years. I don't know why, but they do. But the PS3 is really exciting me a lot more because I haven't had an upgraded PS4 yet. I wanted a Pro for Christmas, but they got me an Xbox One. I wasn't crying about it at all. I was very happy with the purchase they gave me, and I loved it. And last year I got a Switch and loved it a lot too. I'm gonna give myself a PS5 because I'm upgrading my consoles. Last one left would be the PS4. So I'm buying a PS5 anyway. But when I heard about Spider-Man, Miles, and the Horizon Ratchet and Clank, that gave me more. But hearing rumors that a known franchise, probably Jack and Daxter, or Killzone, or maybe even Resistance, be coming out that year out with a newer game, makes it interesting to be a PlayStation fan or have both consoles like I do, or have all three of them like I do now. And that's really good because it shows that I'm not a fanboy of any console. I prefer my Xbox and my PlayStation. My PlayStation's old. Bought it in 2013, December 23rd, 2013. Bought it once, and I love it to death. Got games on it I want to play on PS5 like it. I get my account moved over to play hopefully in better frame rate. Now even on performance mode, even on only 1080p, I wouldn't care because the PS4 is like a jet engine. Always sounded that way, but how it is. But yeah, guys, I'm looking at PS5. They're doing something pretty different. They're actually catching people's eyes. They're focusing on games and excitement, not prices and stuff yet. We don't know what prices of both consoles yet. But I'm gonna estimate a guess. If they're gonna try to sell consoles cheaper to get people buying the house, I'm thinking the Lockhart will be $199, probably, maybe $299. And the physical versions of the Xbox and PlayStation would probably be $399 or maybe $499. With the Xbox, with PS4 digital, PS5 digital being the same power as the one, will probably be $399. Lockhart might be $399 too as well, but we don't know. Like I said, we don't know. It could be once again, it could be trying to sell us the razor to buy the blades, or they're gonna sell us the razor and blades at a higher price. But think, hey, getting all this for this price, thinking they're gonna get a good deal, and we kind of are a little bit maybe. But you gotta be careful, So better there, folks, is something that you need to look into too as well. If you're looking at both consoles, what do you want? You want 1080p, 2K, you want 4K to 8K? I don't know. I got 1080p TVs. I'll be happy if they created a PS5 that only did 1080p because my TV only does 1080p. But with super sampling from the Xbox One X and upscaling, it looks better. So if it does that in PS5, I wouldn't care. Now, will I upgrade TV? Probably will this year or next year. Go buy me a new TV because I want a new TV with console. And also, the One X can have, stretch his legs 4K, even like 30 frames a second. But hey, still 4K. I'll probably put on performance mode again. They might do anyway. Like with the Witcher 3 in performance mode looks better than it does on 4K because I have TV is not 4K. Even if it was, I'd probably still put on 1080p performance mode, 60 frames, 30 frames a second because I can have more fluid combat. So that's there. I'll end my video there. Thank you guys for liking my video, subscribing to my video. Stay on my channel, guys. But also, the price of the consoles still out of reach. We don't know yet. We haven't grasped hold of that yet. When it does, you'll know about it. I'll come up and I'll talk to you about it myself. I'll put my spin on it. Hey, that's how I think about it. I'll write down the cost of each console, the benefits and cons of each one of them, and then I'll give you my expectations, what I think I would buy, and maybe what you should look into buying if you are a budget gamer, or if you don't care about digital, you don't care about physical media, maybe the 1080p Lockhart is for you. Or if you're a PS5 fan, PlayStation fan, maybe PS5 digital is for you. But PS5 is going to be the same power, digital or not. Now, they'll probably get more power out of physical one, but who cares? So guys, once again, guys, like, subscribe, turn on the notifications on, ring that bell, be safe out there. If you live in any states that have ended riots or just running around free, please be careful out there. Hope you're not part of that garbage. Because you're an adult, obviously. I pray for people who are dealing with this garbage. I pray for the city leaders of all the states, that they'll get a clue. What, they need to start holding people accountable. But guys, again, subscribe, bring that way down there, leave a comment. I said hi all to you guys down there. Leave a comment down below. Share with your friends, my family. helps the channel out more. The likes help, but the subscribers help more. I appreciate you guys' time. For watching this now, great day. If you're watching it later on, how you doing? My name is Mark, aka Crisis169 on Xbox Live PlayStation Network. I'll see you guys later. You guys be safe. Peace, love. See you on the battlefield. Peace.